We've washed and dried our car completely, but unfortunately we did find a minor scratch. And actually it's quite deep. It's actually into the clear coat. My fingernail is actually getting caught in the scratch. So we're going to actually use our clear coat pen to repair the damage so we can restore this finish to a like new condition. The first thing I'm going to do is take our clear coat pen and I'm going to prime it just to get the clear coat started. Now very carefully trace the scratch with the clear coat pen and fill the scratch in completely. Now we're going to allow this to dry for a good 10 minutes or so. Now normally with a deep scratch, and if it happens to be cold, this process you may want to wait overnight before you start the sanding process. Now the problem is once you fill this in, the scratch is almost nearly invisible. So before you do any other treatment of the damage area, we want to mask off 1 inch above and 1 inch below the damage area, just about like that. That's perfect. We start by lubricating the surface and start with our sanding pads. Now these are all color-coded and numbered, so they're very easy to use. This one I'm going to start with pad number 2 because it really isn't that abrasive. And I would use pad number 1 if I was actually using touch-up paint. So I'm going to lubricate my pad number 2, and I'm using the tape as a guide to guide my sanding action here. Next step is to go to pad number 3. Now this pad is less abrasive than the previous pad. This is about 3600 grit wet sand, which is very fine. Again, I'm going to follow the very light rubbing. Finally, I'm going to go to our pad number 4. This is 4000 grit wet sand. Again, wetting the surface and gently wet sanding until the touch-up paint is now blended in with the surrounding paint. The final step is to use our polishing compound or our paint finish restorer to bring back the gloss to the damaged area. So all I'm going to do to a small corner of my microfiber towel, and I'm going to go the opposite direction of my sanding process. And I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to restore the gloss to the area we worked on and to the surrounding paint. Now you may have to do this a couple of times. Depends on the hardness of the paint. What I like to do is about 20 to 40 strokes, back and forth, wipe it dry, and then check my work. Now this is coming out pretty nice. And this time I'm going to go in circular motions just to kind of blend it in. Now I'll just let that dry to a haze slightly. Take my microfiber cloth, and as it starts to haze, and just when it starts to haze, just lightly rub and buff. Now, if you had any wax on the car, it was removed. So this is a good time to re-wax this area. You're done.
You've been waxing and chatting with Mike
and Mike,
and we're out of here.